Well, it's another Saturday and it's time for another antenna project. I picked up one of these LDG 4-to-1 ununs from Ham Radio Outlet, and I'm going to be making yet another antenna inspired by Walt K40OGO. Going to be making a 17.5 foot vertical antenna, and for counterpoise, I'm just going to use, just for now, just to see if this works, a 25-foot long counterpoise, which I've got measured out right now here on the driveway. I just gotta cut that off, and then I'll have to cut or measure and cut my piece of 17.5 foot wire. And I already got marked here on this telescoping mast where I'm gonna put the unun, and luckily enough, that's gonna give me just enough space to stick this on those cinder blocks so this stands upright. So gonna cut the wires, get everything attached, and let's see how this works out. Okay, so here's the finished antenna. There's the unun. This is the 17.5 foot wire. This is the 25-foot wire for the counterpoise. The reason why I went with 25 foot is because that's what Chameleon uses for their Cha Ampass light. And I believe that TN07 on the go antenna, or no, my go-to antenna uses 25 feet of wire. So that's just what I'm going to use for experimenting. And on these here, let me just let me get this off real quick. Whoops. For on the ends here, I put on these, it's not a ring terminal, I don't know what you call it exactly, but I just wanted to use that because I figured it'd be easier to connect this instead of just running the wire straight through there. Plus, the nice thing is, if this works and I want to add more, counterpoise wire or some radials, it'll be easier to, attach this way instead of trying to feed the wire through the little hole on the inside there. So, got the broken antenna mast, wedged here in the cinder blocks. And like I said, the radiating element is 17.5 feet long. So, let's go inside, fire up the ICOM IC7300, and see what the SWR looks like. Okay, so here we are inside, and now, excuse me, we're going to check SWR. I'm going to be checking 30 through 6 meters, because those are the bands I'm interested in operating on using this antenna. And then we're going to kind of do a reception comparison between this and my random wire using the 9-to-1 unun. So, let's see here, going to the menu, SWR. Okay, let's take a look here. Holy cow. Well, as you can tell, nothing's showing up on the graph here. So that's a really low SWR. I'm a little bit suspicious. Okay. Well, just for the heck of it, let's go to my other antenna, the one with the 9-to-1. Oh, look at that. You can definitely tell there's a drop in reception here. Can't even really see the FT8 signals anymore. Oh, there they are just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so with the 9-to-1 antenna, SWR is just over 2-to-1. Interesting. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's see here, just for heck of it, let's go up to 20 meters. Now this one's kind of a moot point because I have an antenna designed specifically for 20 meters, but since this is a vertical, it might give me a little bit more of an advantage on like DX signals, so yeah, what the heck, we'll just give it a try. So let's take a look here at the SWR. Okay, just a little bit. It's under 1.5 to 1. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's a little bit lower down to the end here, and it starts going up here. And actually, all things considered, that's not too bad. Here, let's compare. Let's see here. Let's compare it to my other end fed with the 9-1. Doesn't really look like reception-wise there's much of a difference, but let's take a look here. Okay, it's a bit over 1.5 to 1. And now, let's go over to the 20-meter end-fed half-wave. Definitely got more gain receive-wise there. Okay, so yeah, you got a lower signal down here, and it goes up as you get closer to the end of 20 meters. If I remember correctly, since this is shorter going down this... I have to look that up again. Anyhow, that's something for another day. I really don't plan on messing around with that antenna until my vacation next month. Okay, so let's put on the back on the antenna I just made. Let's continue going up the band here. So let's see here. 17 meters. Turn the tuner off. CW. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think this, what you see on there, I don't know if that was from my chameleon antenna last time I tested that. I can't remember. Well, we'll find out in a moment. Anyhow, so, okay, so this is the 17.5 foot I just made today. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so it's under 1.5 to 1. Not too shabby. Now, just for heck of it, go to my other antenna, the one with the 9-to-1 unun. Take a look here. Okay, just a little bit higher SWR, but still, it's, you know, low enough where the radio is happy, and I can, you know, clean it up using its internal tuner, which is, you know, what I'm looking for. Okay, let's continue here to 15 meters. And let's just put it right about there. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so back on the antenna I just made today. Let's see here. Yeah, that's right. Higher SWR, which makes sense because if this was a an off-center fed dipole, it would have issues with the 15 meter band. Just out of curiosity, can I tune this up? Okay, it does tune up, so at least that's something. Now, my other antenna, the 9-to-1. Try this again. Okay, that one has a lower SWR, but we all know that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So, curious to see how this all works out here on, whoops, I had the tuner on. Dagnabbit. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so it's still lower than the my antenna with the 4-to-1. Okay, so let's switch back over to that one. Okay, so up next we got 12 meters. Turn the tuner off. Put on CW. It's a small band, so this is going to be quick. Okay, so looks like we're at or just a little bit under 3-to-1. Can we tune it up? No. Okay, well that's no big deal. If needs must, I have my other antenna, or if I have to, I can just bring out my chameleon Cha Impasse light and tune that up. So, just for the heck of it, here's the 9-to-1. Okay, that's what it looks like. Can it tune up? Yes, that one can. Okay, interesting. But luckily, you know, as we get closer to solar minimum, that's not going to be too big of a deal. I'm mostly interested in 30 and 17 meters because I already have dedicated antennas for 20 and 40. Anything else is just going to be for the other bands as they open sporadically. Okay, so we're back on the new antenna. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it starts off over 2-to-1 SWR and the like CW FT8 portion, and it's slowly going down. I'm not too worried about it because the tuner can handle it. Okay, so here's 9-to-1. Oh. And this thing is going up. So in this case, my new homemade antenna is working. And finally, let's do 6 meters. Tuner off. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. That looks good. Okay. Okay, seems to be consistently just a hair over 2-to-1 SWR. Not too shabby. Okay. Try the 9-to-1. Whoops. Try this again. And it's just a bit under 2-to-1, so not much of a difference between the two, at least SWR-wise. Now, let's try reception. For this, I'm going to do on the broadcast shortwave band, just because it'll be easier to get a consistent signal. Let's see here. Let's get out of here. Okay, so let's, just for heck of it, see if WWV is coming in on 25. Oh, got a little bit of a signal. So this is the 9-to-1. I don't know, a little hard to tell. Seems just a little bit louder with the 9-to-1, but then again the background noise goes up a little bit too. Okay, interesting. Let's go down. Let's see here, what meter band would this be? 16 meter? Whoa! I don't know what that is. Okay, receiving it on both antennas, so let's just move on here. Oops. Helps if I put this in AM. Okay, so this is the antenna with the 4-to-1. Nine to 1. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this one kind of dropped off a little bit more. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up. Nine to 1. Oh yeah, I could definitely tell a difference in gain because, you know, this is still a strong signal over here, but, you know, it lost some of its strength.
God's precious blood is like hoar frost. And so it's just precious and wonderful. You know, the Lord...
Okay, so this is about like a S8, S9 signal on the 4-to-1.
Transforming them into a majestic whiteness, just like Christ covers us and changes our ugly black sins.
Okay, this about the same. A little hard to tell.
Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
Probably the easiest way to tell the difference between the two would be, thinking, doing some whisper tests. Okay. Well, interesting results so far. Hopefully, weather permitting, I can get some more testing done today. They are calling for thunderstorms pretty much the whole week. Well, they're calling for thunderstorms all the way through Tuesday, so I'll just have to see how this works out. But, yeah, gonna be doing some testing with this. Hopefully this works out. And like I said, nice thing about that 4-to-1 unun, I can switch between this vertical, or if I want to play around with one, I can make a off-center fed dipole and see what kind of differences in reception and stuff like that with between the two antennas. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace and all that good stuff, and 73.